Right, for a while now I've been carrying a Swiss Army knife as an EDC. I like them. They're design classic, they're a nice size, and they've got a lot of useful, interesting tools. Which one you pick obviously is up to you, but let's face it, there's going to be one there somewhere. So we decided to buy a proper knife to carry. Pop folding, non-locking, UK legal, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure you know the score if you live in this country. And that, after perusing Heine Haynes' website, came this Rough Rider. It's a Rough Rider Muskrat Bone. And fairly typically for Heine Haynes, I ordered it at, about 1:30, 2 o'clock yesterday, and it was through the post in the door by this morning. I think that's actually really, really impressive. Comes in quite an attractive box. Rough Rider. It has this kind of bizarre mission statement on the side. For many years, the Rough Rider brand has followed the tradition of Teddy Roosevelt, who was a big game hunter as well as a president. We hand-pick the best materials from every corner to the best product. Anything else just wouldn't be a Rough Rider. This is a man's knife for real men. Pinkos, Democrats, liberals. Get our own knife. Go on, you ain't having one of these. No, sir. Except there's also this little bit of blurb on here that says, you can't see it, but I'll read it. Warning! This product contains a chemical or substance known to the state of California to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive flaws. Not that it contains a knife that could potentially kill you. No, it's got a substance. It's got something in here. It's very, very bad. But it doesn't say what. But then the state of California thinks that coffee gives you cancer. God knows what they'd make of sausages and bacon. Anyway, inside this rather attractive, if rather contradictory box, is the knife. It's just an attractive knife. Slightly old-fashioned, rather reminiscent, it has to be said, of a case knife. One of which we just happen to have here. Ta-da! Whoops. Very reminiscent of a case knife, in fact. Rather like those Ganzos that are made in the same factory as Spyderco's and cost about a sixth of the price. Reminiscent, if I may say that without getting into too much trouble. Quite a nice bone finish. I was thinking about tea staining it, but it's mildly speckled. So it's a mildly interesting pattern. I think it might still get a tea stain just to see what we can bring out. Give it perhaps a little antique look, a little sort of more ivory type look. Nice bit of brass in there as well. On some of these things, I understand these are actually silver plated. These, well, goodness knows why. And some people have complained that the scales are slightly loose. It's certainly not on this one. It's absolutely top notch. What you do notice is that these finger grooves here are sort of rated for extra grip, which is great if, like me, you keep your nails really short. Let's try and open it. That's it. And pleasant sound. No sort of halfway safety at all, just that. Oh. Nice sound. And the same with the other blade. That's a bit stiffer for some reason, but it's got that same lovely sound. Both of them are marked up with the Rough Rider logo, and it says razor sharp, although I can't really see that. Probably lighting's not very good. Is it razor sharp? Yes, it is. I'm not going to do the paper test. It's fairly superfluous after that, frankly. Blade lengths are UK legal, as we've already said. We'll do it in... There we go. So the entire blade is just a shade under 3 inches. Now, apparently the law in this country is that you can have... It's a cutting edge rather than the blade. So presumably you can mount this on a scaffold pole and go walking around with it quite legally. I wouldn't if I were you. So they played it safe here by having a blade. That one's 3 inches. And that one is, what we got here, just, bang on 3 inches, frankly. The whole thing overall is a fairly reassuringly hefty, just over 9 inches in length, if you want it in metric. There we go. There's some centimetres there. Some centimetres there. And some more centimetres. What's that, 23 centimetres overall? It's a relatively hefty knife, which is what I wanted. I didn't want something that was lightweight and small. Whilst I like my case, it actually came from a car boot sale. It was a £5. bloke was saying, how much is that? Oh, no, he's collector's knife. He's collector's knife. He will be expensive. I thought, yeah, I know. I'm a knife collector. I know what they're worth. It would be, it'd be £5. Yes, right. You should have seen the look on his expression on his face. Gave him the funny, run off with it. Look what I've got. Look what I've got. These would be 50 quid. Again, can you really justify the difference? Probably not, frankly. And this was £12 owl, £12.95. I've gutted, absolutely gutted. One of the reasons I don't EDC this is because 50 quid to replace it, and there's no way I'm coming anywhere near losing something that costs that much. So we'll put that back in the box and concentrate back on this. It's a reasonably hefty size. We've got the width just about ½ an inch, or about 13 mil, so it's reasonably wide. It's reasonably heavy. I can't remember how much it actually is, but I actually quite like it. I think it's a handsome knife. It looks like it's well made. The reviews do seem quite positive with these blades. They're not particularly cheap knives. They don't feel cheap. It doesn't sound cheap. It doesn't look particularly cheap, and I'm actually really quite pleased with it. We'll see, perhaps in a year's time or so, if I've been EDCing it, although, frankly, most of my EDCs end up sitting on a box in the kitchen used for cutting up limes for vodka and tonic. We'll see if it actually gets a lot of use, and what it's like. The reviews so far, that's quite attractive, isn't it? Oh, I do like that. The reviews so far seem that these are actually quite positive about these little knives, and it's reasonably little, fits my hand quite nicely. It's well, quite nice. Yep, reasonably stiff as well, which always helps if it's non-locking. Now let's try the other one. No reason why it would be any different. Yep, about the same. Again, that's quite a nice sound. Sounds good. I hope they haven't one of those awful engineers, sound engineers that car manufacturers have for closing doors and so on. Reasonably long. Well, obviously, it's a reasonably long knife. Reasonably thick. I mean, you're not going to be doing hard tasks with this. It is a UK legal EDC. It will remain in my pocket, and depending on where I'm going and what I need to be doing with it, either this or the Swiss Army knife. That's it.